So in this video we'll be discussing about the first chapter, number system, and the first topic is rational number. A number is called rational number if it can be written in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. That means if you can write in this form like p by 5 by 4, it is in the form p by q, then it will be called one rational number. Like this 0 also, because in case of 0 also you can write here 0 divided by 1. That is why, that means it is also in the form p by q, so 0 is also one rational number. Like then 8, 5 by 4, 6 by 2, all these are called what? Rational number. This can be written in the form of p by q. Then another one is irrational number. So irrational number means a number which can not be written in the form of p by q, like under root 3, under root 5, pi. These are the examples of irrational number. We cannot write them in the form of p by q. So now we will be discussing about the main topic of today's class. It is how to identify the numbers as rational and irrational number. So the first type is perfect square number or not perfect square number. We have to say this one only. So if the number is perfect square number, then it will be called rational number, and if it is not perfect square number, then it will be called irrational number. Like this, suppose you have under root 4. So under root 4 is a perfect square number. That means what? How you know? That means if you write here 2 square, then it will be 4. That means under root 4 is your perfect square number. 2 square will be your 4. That is why it is called perfect square number, and all the perfect square number will be called rational number. Like this, under root 9, 3 square is 9, so this is also one. Under root 9 also is called perfect square number. It's not it. Like this, under root 16, you can write here 4 square equal to 4. That means this is also a perfect square number. So all these perfect square numbers will be called your rational number. If by multiplying any two number, if you are getting this number, then this will be called your perfect square number. That means 2 into 2 will be 4, 3 into 3 9, 4 into 4 16. By multiplying any two number, if you are getting these numbers, this will be called your perfect square number. So these perfect square numbers will be your what? Rational number. Now irrational number, that means if the number is not perfect square number, like this under root 3, by multiplying any two number you will not get this under root 3. So this is called not perfect square number, and all the not perfect square numbers will be your irrational number. Like this under root 5, by multiplying any two number you will not get this under root 5 or this 5. So this is also not perfect square number. If not perfect square number, then this number will be called your irrational number. This under root 11, not perfect square number, that means irrational number. So this way you can identify whether the number is perfect square number, not perfect square number, or rational number or irrational number. This is the one type. Next one is decimal expansion. By looking at the decimal expansion also, we can identify whether the number is rational number or not rational number. So decimal expansion means the first one is terminating or non-terminating recurring. If the number is terminating or non-terminating recurring, then it will be called a rational number. What is the meaning of terminating? Now you see, suppose you have divided some numbers like 1, 2, 4 by 2. 2 6 is 12. Now 4, 2 2 is 4, 62. You can see at 62 it is finished here. The answer is finished. That means the answer is 62. If it is finished here itself, then it will be called your terminating. That means it has finished here, terminating number. If it is terminating, then it will be called rational number. Now sometimes what happened, you will get like this 62.54545454. Sometimes the answer used to be like this. Same thing used to repeat again and again, you will get 545454 after dividing some numbers. Sometimes answer becomes like this, 62.545454, or like this 48.31313131. This way sometimes the answer used to go. If the answer is like this, then also it will be called rational number. It is called non-terminating and recurring. That means non-terminating means it is going on like this, 31 31 31, again and again. After dividing again and again, you are getting 31 31 31, and it is going on like this. That is why it is called non-terminating, not terminated. That means, so it is non-terminating. And recurring, that means same number is repeating, 31 31, after the decimal 31 31 31 31 31. So it is called recurring or repeating. So if the decimal expansion is non-terminating and recurring, then it will be called your rational number. It will be called rational number. This. So to be rational number, what we have got, it need to be perfect square number. Number 1, perfect square number means you got it like this, under root 16, under root 9, all is perfect square number. Number 2, it should be terminating. It should be terminating number. That means after dividing, the answer should be terminating. Number 3, if it is non-terminating, sometimes it may happen that it is non-terminating. If it is non-terminating, then it should be recurring. Then only it will be called rational number. This is the 3 conditions to find out whether the number is rational number or not. Perfect square number, decimal expansion, that means after dividing it should be terminating number. And number 3, if it is non-terminating, then it should be recurring. That means it should be repeating like this, 48 31, non-terminating, it is going on. That is why it is called non-terminating, but repeating or recurring, 31 31 31. If the answer is like this, then also it will be called your rational number. Now irrational number, how to differentiate or identify whether it is irrational number or not. The first point is it should be not perfect square number. If the number is not perfect square number, then it will be called irrational number, like this 3 5 11. By multiplying any two number, you are not going to get 3 5 11. So these are called not perfect square number. If the number is not perfect square number, it will be called irrational number. Number 2, non-terminating and non-recurring. non-terminating and non-recurring. That means if the decimal expansion is non-terminating like the rational number, but as well as it is non-recurring also, like this. Suppose you have divided a number by a number and you have got like this 48.31546217312, like this it is going on. The answer is going on like this. You can see it is non-terminating. That means the answer is going on like this. That means it is called non-terminating. But as well as with the non-terminating, as well as it is non-recurring also. That means after this decimal the numbers are not repeating here. You can see 3 1, then 5, then again 4, then 6 2 1 7 3. All the numbers are different. These are non-recurring. That means non-repeating number. If the numbers are non-terminating, that means it is going on like this one, and non-recurring also. Numbers are not repeating here. If the answer is like this, then also it will be called your irrational number. That means numbers are non-terminating and non-recurring and not perfect square number, then it will be called your irrational number, like this. Very simple to identify. Rational number, perfect square number, terminating number. If non-terminating, then it will be recurring or repeating. So this will be called your rational number. But in case of irrational number, it will be non-perfect square number and non-terminating as well as non-recurring. It will never repeat. Always some other number will come out like this. So this type of numbers will be called your irrational number. So this way you can identify whether the number is rational number or irrational number.